Hello and welcome to another episode of Forging Fates. We are the New Age Geek channel. If you're new here, we're building an inclusive space for people of all walks of life through the power of friendship, magic, and tabletop role-playing games. Tonight we have Forging Fates, our sober D&D campaigns in the critical role world of Exandria, following our adventuring party, the Fists of Fate. What is left of them? Hello, Fists.
Yikes.
Yo. The New Age Geeks includes more than just us up here on the screen. It relies on all of you wonderful geeks and your participation in this community that we are building together. If you want to become one of the New Age Geeks, you absolutely can. Just make sure to subscribe to our Twitch and YouTube channels and join our Discord, where you will find moderated chats, emotes by one of our favorite geeks, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
And chat rooms with the cast and other members of this growing community. Remember, the best way to help us out is with engagement, and we'd greatly appreciate if you'd watch the video all the way through, like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that these platforms know to share us with everybody else. Beyond that, we have posts going up on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and Threads, so if you are on those platforms, make sure to give us a follow for more geeky goodness.
Twitch Prime is free if you already have Amazon Prime. Wow. That awards you a 1-month subscription to any channel on Twitch. Once per month, you do need to go in and resubscribe to that channel at no additional cost. Just link your accounts and click subscribe with Prime on that channel. If you're feeling generous, please subscribe to Twitch, perhaps gift subscriptions to others, cheer using bits, donate via PayPal, and subscribe to our Patreon. Lastly, if you wish to become a sponsor or partner to the New Age Geeks, reach out to us directly via our Instagram page to begin those discussions.
Speaking of sponsors, if you enjoy the music we have going on here on Forging Fates, we highly recommend checking out the Soundcraft bot. Soundcraft allows you to play open source community selected music and soundscapes directly from your Discord server with just a few clicks. Whether you're playing with friends or streaming on Twitch, you can use the audio stress-free. With their pro level subscription, you get their playlist builder, shareable playlist codes, access to 40 plus music genres, 20 plus soundscape types, global genre selections, and 2 premium Discord servers, all for just $10 a month. But by using our referral code NAG, that's N-A-G, you get $2 off your subscription for the first 3 months. All you need to do to get started is invite the Soundcraft bot of your choosing into your server, and then hit play, and let Soundcraft take care of the rest.
And we are partners with Dragon's Nest Delivery. Dragon's Nest Delivery, if you don't know what it is a D&D shop with a ton of D&D essentials, including dice, apparel, homebrew adventures, and their Nat 20 card series, which we will be using over on Queer and Present Danger. As well as they have a D&D subscription box, which includes dice, candy, one-shot adventures, minis, and a bunch of downloadable content as well. So when you go to checkout, make sure to use our referral code NEWAGEGEEKS, that is all one word, for 18% off of your order. And yes, that does include the subscription box. So when you go to checkout, make sure to tell them that we sent you.
That being said, other things New Age Geeks has going on this week. We have a special Cyberpunk 2-shot DM'd by Killian, the Darth Sirlesh. The ad is out on Instagram now. It's got me, PJ McGaw, who will not be there next session, the first session, because something came up. Yuri and Tech Frost are one of my favorite human beings in the world. That's tomorrow, same time as this. Thanks so much for the subscription, Sniped. Same time as this, and that's its special 2-shot. And that will be in 2 weeks after tomorrow is the second half of that. And then on Thursday, I'm interviewing Lark Garkuska. He's doing some fun things, and I can't wait to talk to him. Someone I met at PAX U in jumping into a cab together completely randomly. That was a lot of fun. Besides that, I don't know. Do we got anything else going on? What about you, Daytay? You got anything going on?
Yes. On Thursdays on the Come On Brain, You Can Do This, on the Another World tabletop, I'm in a short series called When We After.
You can do it.
After We Howl. When We Howl. After We Howl. We're
Yeah.
howling. We're doing it is the world of darkness. We're doing werewolves. We're howling, which is the point. It's gonna be 5 o'clock PST on Another World Tabletop. It's fun. There's bloods, there's guts, there's fighting, there's vampires, there's werewolves, there's weird things happening. So please go and support.
Okay. Anyone else got anything? I don't think so, right?
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
Uh,
we did this
this
before. I
Friday
forgot
I
already.
will be this Friday I will be over on the Wanderers Haven Twitch channel for a Tales of the Valiant one shot, where we are going to be raising money for Mental Health Awareness Month,
Amazing.
which will be at 6:30 Central Standard.
Got it. All right. Last week was a pretty sad episode. Long and sad. So if everyone's ready, let's dive into tonight's episode of Forging Fates. All right. Who would like to hit us with that recap?
That would be me.
What do you got, Finnick?
We tried. We really tried. After some spits and spats across the battlefield, we charged into the fight against Sammy and Raynor. It was a difficult battle with elementals and difficult terrain surrounding the battlefield. Not to mention that giant rock turtle shaking the ground with every step. We really gave it our all, but Raynor was able to teleport across the battlefield after each hit. We didn't know what he was really after until it was too late. Towards the end of the battle, he teleported near Whisper, knocked her unconscious, and that's when Sammy really got into the fray as well. We tried to stop them. Eventually, they got too far out of reach, and at the last second, me wasting a counter spell and using up limited resources, they were able to teleport away with one of our best friends, with one of our team members. I screamed and hit the floor. Gormrog started crying out. I don't know where they took her. I don't know what they did with her. But I'd do anything to get Whisper back right now. We're heading back towards Vasselheim, but it just feels wrong. We need to figure out a game plan and do what we can to get her back.
With that, pick up. As the fires kind of burn around you all from the multiple explosions that Raynor had set off throughout the course of the battle, you hear the trees crackle and pop as they slowly burn to embers around you. There's a moment, Gormrog, where you feel, as they teleport away, those 4 blades, 2 of which are your friends, disappear. And then, far, far in the distance, almost barely at the edge of what you imagine is some range you have on these items, you feel them all pop back into reality, all closely huddled together. A few moments pass, and you feel 2 of those symbols, those vibrations, disappear. And as you all gather yourselves in this space, The smoke slowly burning up into the air. Finnick, your parents make their way over to you. Your father first, his hand kind of grasping hold of your shoulder, attempting to pull you up. You okay, Finnick?
No. I'm not.
Come on, let's get back to the city. There's nothing we can do from here.
There's gotta be something.
I don't know. You hear your mother's voice from behind you. I don't know what we can do. Finnick. I'm glad you're okay. You feel her hand kind of on your shoulder as you are kneeled down on the floor. And you hear the sound of armor kind of thumping down into the ground as she falls to her knees beside you. And you kind of look towards her, you see the tears streaming down her face that you honestly aren't sure you've ever seen her cry before. I don't know what I would have done if we lost you. I'm sorry, Finnick. I'm sorry for everything. I'm just glad you're okay. Let's go home.
We can plan what to do next when we get home, as I start to like wipe tears from my eyes, and I'll reach up and take my father's hand to help me up.
It pulls you up to your feet. You see Goldie, battered and bruised at this point, kind of making her way from the tree line over towards you. And just behind her, you see Talon, his head scanning back and forth, looking for Whisper.
I'm sorry, buddy. I'll just sort of reach my hand out and like caress the side of his face.
As you do that, that almost unspoken thing between you two, as he slowly begins to comprehend what that might mean. You see tears welling up in Talon's eyes, and slowly soaking the feathers on his face, as he just slowly lets out a whine.
And then I'm also going to reach out my other hand to Goldie, and I'm going to use my healing hands to restore 12 hit points.
Okay.
To Goldie.
Okay. With that, all the people present begin to gather. Few of the... You see your mother and Pike begin to extinguish the flames around in an attempt to stop it from spreading, though that's not a current concern, but they're just stopping it before, just in case. You see your father kind of wrap an arm around your shoulder and let you kind of slump onto him a little bit as you begin to walk your way back towards Vasselheim.
As we begin to walk away, I sort of look over my shoulder at where Sammy and Rainer once were. Just gonna mumble, "This isn't over."
Well, in short order, you find yourselves back into the city proper, back up towards the Red Keep. Brought in. There are several people here, the riders of the Platinum Guard specifically, that have kind of docked in the open courtyard of the Red Keep. You see them being bandaged from what you imagine is attacks from the giant stone turtle. And you see an airship in the courtyard as well. The bow of the ship cracked in half as it has landed very hardly down in the center of this opening. See massive gaping wounds inside of the large ship. You see a crystal cracked and shattered and strewn across the ground. You see the captain, one arm a little bit shorter than it was before, bound and taped, dyed red from blood, as they just kind of sit on a stone staring up at their now destroyed ship. You see a couple bodies laid out around it, also covered with tarps, blankets, bits of blood splattered across all of. You gather these are the casualties of facing one of the large titans. You're all led in. The silence just spreads out across the keep as you all walk through, visibly battered and bruised yourselves. There is a silence, as those that do know the fists can see. There is one less. And there is this emptiness to the moment as you all enter in through the large doors of the Red Keep. Where do you guys just like to go first in this moment?
I think as we are walking in, I'm gonna pay my respects to those who are laid out. I don't have words right now. No amount of wisdom or charisma is gonna change that. But I'm gonna put my hand on the shoulder of the captain. Just gently, just a reassuring hand, and just keep walking.
She doesn't even move. There's no jump or anything to her. She just lets out this long sigh as you feel her shoulders kind of slump down.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. When we're in the keep, Jetha, Ekra, do either of you have a map?
Yes, yeah, we have a map.
I know the direction they went. I just don't know what's over there.
Sure. I'll have it set up in the hall whenever you're ready.
World map, if you can, because
Get you the
they
biggest
went.
one we have.
They went far. Thank you.
Of course.
Guys, I can feel the swords. The vibrations in my head get stronger when the Titans' souls or fragments of souls are nearby. I felt all four of them disappear from here. I felt all four of them reappear somewhere really far away. And then two of them disappeared. I think she's gone.
Like, gone, or like, not.
Right. Gormrock, you said that you felt them reappear, all four of them, and then you felt two of them disappear.
Yeah.
Isn't that odd?
Not if they killed her.
But you would still be able to
But you would,
feel them, right?
right?
I don't know how that works. Maybe. There's a chance.
I mean,
I don't know what happened. I'm just telling you what I felt. I know which direction they went. I know they went a really long way away.
well, how far is far?
I have felt Sammy coming across the ocean before.
Okay. Wait, so does that mean you can
And
kind of like you're like a fragment compass?
yeah, Whisper and I could both do it.
Okay. How many fragments are there in total again?
Fragments? We don't know. Swords? 6?
So I mean
6.
6. Um okay.
We had 2 with Whisper, and I've got part of 1. Sammy has 1, Raynar has 1. So that leaves 2 out there. The rest of the one I have and the air blade.
And can you feel the air blade?
Let me try.
Roll a insight check for me.
What do you want me to add?
In perception check. I'm sorry.
Perception? And you said guidance?
Yeah.
16.
The 16. I will say you get the faint vibration of you almost exactly south.
Yeah. Yeah, I can feel it.
Okay.
It's that way.
Okay. Compass Gomorrah confirmed.
Yeah.
Well, if anything, we know where they're going. What's the chances that they're coming back here soon?
Well, if they want to resurrect the Earth Titan, they have to come back here.
Right. Do you think they'd come back right away?
No.
No.
No. Let's just know that they're coming. If we know that they're coming, they've kind of lost the element of surprise. So
Yeah. If
they
anything,
they seem to want to do things hassle-free as much as possible, at least from this last encounter.
if anything,
If anything.
I think we should chase after them. We should head in that direction, if anything. At least try to get it back.
Well, and also we
Okay.
know they're gonna come for you at some point, Gormrog.
Right.
They mentioned that during the battle.
Yeah. I'm thinking that maybe we should, I don't know, go for the air blade
Or the rest of the water one.
or the rest of the water one. Yeah.
It'd be nice if I could actually do some damage to some of your that isn't nullified
Yeah.
completely.
Well, if I'm using my Gomorrah brain, they have 2 of the blades, and 2 of the blades are
Missing?
missing.
I
'Cause you
don't know.
can't
They
feel
may
it.
have them. They may have them and just haven't attuned to them. I don't know how they work.
True. I guess. Can you?
You froze.
Oh no. Someone cast Time Stop on Zeril.
I'm here. Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, we got you.
Have
Nope.
Aw.
I'm not back.
Yeah,
Maybe
pal.
I'm just not supposed to.
Maybe they don't want
That's
you
the
using
time-
your Gormrog brain.
Yeah, maybe the timey-wimey bullshit is back. Side effects from Archphase.
Hmm.
What were you saying there, Zero?
You were asking if I could do something?
I was asking if you could, does a blade have to be attuned for you to like feel it, or
I don't know.
when you found your shard, was it like attuned to anybody or anything?
Wasn't attuned, no. They just held on to it.
Huh. I mean, not every shard or sword is owned, I'm assuming, by someone, so they had to have a way to find it.
Yeah, it was also like it doesn't have a handle, so like, and I'm gonna.
Okay.
Can I make the blade appear?
Mhm.
So it's gonna come out of my chest. and just kind of hover between my hands, and I'm just gonna show you that I've got a fragment of a blade.
Of
Not
an actual blade. Okay.
right, like not the handle part. It's just a part of the blade, and then I'm gonna let it go back into my chest.
Okay.
Had it on a chain for a minute, but felt a little extravagant for me.
I see. I see. Well, maybe you can get it weaved into like a piece of armor or something. But I think that our best bet is that we go for the rest of the water blade. And I mean, it's not like they're gonna not come for you, so we won't have to chase them necessarily.
I'm worried about Whisper. I'm worried about Tristan. I'm worried about Clover. I'm worried about Felix.
In this timeline?
In this timeline, they're gone. Clover, we don't know if she was here. Like, Tristan, gone. Felix, gone.
So, I mean,
The Fists of Fate here may not have been the 7, 8 people we remember.
yeah. Guess good and bad. So,
Would we be
what do you-
digits individually? The
Fingers.
Fingers of Fate?
The fingers of fate. Yeah, the phalanges of fate actually sounds real good.
No, I'm gonna veto that one. I don't know what we're gonna do without everybody, but I know we have to keep moving forward.
Well, as long as we got our index finger, Gormarog, and our middle finger, Finnick, and our wonderful, wonderful opposable thumb, me,
Mm.
we can pretty much do anything, you know?
Mm. Let's see if we can get an idea of where they went. Then we'll get some rest, and then we'll make a plan for what we're doing. All right?
Got it. Everybody bring it in. Fingers of fate. Let's go. Come on, Gormarog.
Ah,
Real stuff. All right.
You know what? I'll give you snaps.
Snaps.
snaps will
it.
do.
Snaps will do.
So, what room did Jether say he was going to bring the map to?
The main hall.
Oh,
Okay. Then I'm going to head to the main hall.
Okay. As you are enter in, you've been in this room
I
before.
heard that.
It's the same room where you had the meeting with all the other heads of the city.
Mm-hmm.
You see the large map splayed out across, and it fills up a good chunk of this table, which is massive in itself. And it is laid out there in front of you all. You see across it a few pieces, almost like chess pieces, kind of placed on the board. You see a wyvern kind of posted up where the Frostfang Citadel is. You see a blazing sun sigil similar to the one on that the Dawn Riders wear. placed on the keep. You see down a little bit further, a boat seems to be placed at a dock, or at a port city rather. You see what you gather to be various armies placed throughout on different cities and towns. A few of them, not surprising. You see the army of Tal'Dorei kind of stationed up at a fort. What's it called? I don't have my notes in front of me, but
No, it's fine.
But yeah, you see a few different armies placed throughout. You also see a boat or a ship, 2 ships down on this chain of islands. They have different sigils on the pair of them, though neither of them look particularly familiar to you. You see a large dragon-styled miniature on Marquette. A few different things thrown throughout.
Knowing what I know, can I trace the direction that they appeared in from where I was?
Roll me an intelligence check.
Oh yeah, I got that. Intelligence is +1, making that a total of 15.
Okay. You know it came south. You know it was more of a south. From where you are, it would be southwest direction. So, knowing how you feel the air blade, which is more directly south of you, and you feel that water shard a little bit further west and south of that location, you gather that somewhere in those chain of islands, it's probably around there.
These islands here. I think that's where they went. I don't know which island. I don't know for certain if that's where they are, but
It's a good starting point.
we can head in that direction.
So, I guess the next question is...
Well, these are the shattered teeth, aren't they? Joe?
Yeah.
These are the shattered teeth, right?
Yeah.
Cyril, didn't you mention the shattered teeth recently?
Yeah. My mother's down there. Huh. I guess maybe that would be a good place to, you know.
You want
hunker
to pay
down,
Mom a
you know?
visit?
2 birds, 1 stone.
Yeah, maybe she would know something about, ethereal blades floating around, She's the kind of lady who would kind of maybe know about that stuff. If anything, she would know a lot of people just because she's, helper lady, so.
I find it very easy to believe that someone who raised you is known by a lot of people.
Take that as a compliment, Gormarog.
It's meant to be.
Yeah. I mean, I did get in a lot of trouble. So most of that was her milling over me being kind of a shit, so. I think I would like to see her also.
So let's
I
head that way then.
I am down. I think I would have to see my father before I leave.
Yeah.
I think I want to do that.
Hey, stupid question. How we
Glimrock,
gonna
stupid questions?
how we gonna get there?
Oh,
No.
Big airship outside kinda looks a little
Yeah.
grounded. And I
I
don't think
mean,
Goldie can hold all of us.
no.
I mean, I still have Miyamori Cadenza, so
Yeah, but they're a horse again. And polymorph doesn't last forever.
Yeah.
I mean, if she's a seahorse, then you know, maybe
We can.
we can the town's queen, and I look over at Finnick, can work us up a ship for the greater good, or maybe I could probably go to the head of the Church of Palor, or maybe get some help. Me being the emissary of Palor, you know,
Hmm.
can flap my wings or something.
Finnick, you
Yes.
are aware of a ship that is probably available.
My parents do own a normal sea ship,
Like a
so
ship, like a water ship.
like a water ship.
Are we
Not like an
talking a
airship.
rowboat?
Yeah, let's kayak down to the Shattered Teeth.
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's how big are we talking here?
like
Enough
20
to carry a
feet.
small army.
Oh,
Oh, when you say small army, you mean like 20 people, or like small army
At
like?
least.
I
Again,
don't think
I
I've
don't know
ever
how
been
much
on
has
a
changed, but
boat
We're talking
like
about
that.
a legion.
I don't know. I'm just saying that. Well, Gormog, it's like an airship, but it goes in the water. He'll be fine.
I don't know about this one.
What?
I don't think some of us have their sea legs. And I'm gonna nudge Gormrog.
Gormag's not gonna move. I only ever saw the sea when I was traveling with you guys. I don't. I was a nomad for a large portion of my life, Zarl. But we traveled plains and hills and mountains and cities and not a whole lot of ocean travel. So
Well,
forgive me for being a little nervous, but
you'll be fine. You'll be
open
just
to it.
don't drink. Just don't drink it.
No, I know better than to do that.
I mean, some of us had to learn the hard way, but
It's okay. At least you're pretty.
you're right. I am pretty. Huh.
Well, do we want to talk to my parents now or get some rest first?
Well, I feel like crap, and I would like to go cry into my pillow. So I'm gonna go to bed. Love ya, and
Okay.
that's the side kiss to Gormrog again. And
Side kiss to
You
Gormrog.
froze.
That's what I got.
it's just, it was to Gormrog and Finnick.
Okay.
If you need to talk Cyril, feel free to let me know.
It's fine. I'll be okay.
Okay.
In the morning.
Okay. Okay. Gormrog and Finnick.
Hello?
Yeah, you're good.
Hello.
Oh, okay.
They're just really
Um,
still.
I don't have anything else for tonight. Think we should get some rest.
That sounds good.
Um, Wordlessly, I'm just gonna hug Finnick. It's gonna be a little too tight. Because while I know Finnick needs a hug, I also know that I need a hug.
And I will return the hug, and I'm sure you can feel some wet spots on your shoulder from tears.
Let's get some rest.
Okay. Are you guys sleeping in the same room or separate rooms?
Oh, I'm sleeping in my own room.
Yeah, I figured Sarah was. I'm in
I
these two.
figured that much.
Yeah.
Probably the same room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just both of you go ahead and roll me perception checks at disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Blinded by love. Oh, Jesus.
Yikes.
Go ahead.
4.
Okay.
Yikes.
Wow. I actually did so much better than you. I did twice what you did.
8. Nice.
8.
Okay. You all kind of make your way up, the pair of you two, into finding a room together.
Mm.
Eventually sleep overtakes all of you as the day's trials catch up to you, and that emotional and mental weight, as well as the physical toll, finally land all at once. Through your dreams, they, for most of you, seem nothing more than a mere blink of an eye, and you are already waking for the next day. For some of you, however, they're a little less peaceful, as the faint echoing of chains rattle inside your head, Finnick. You hear them growing closer from some unseen source. And there is the faint whisper before you awake. We could have saved her together, Finnick. You just have to embrace it. But eventually, you all awake the next morning. I will say, Finnick, probably being the first to arise, just based off that, you eventually, as you rise and make your way to leave the room, you open the door, and you see your mother there slumped against the wall, still covered in mud and ash, her hair a little singed as the gray streaks of her once vibrantly red hair hang below across her brow. You see a small pot next to her, which once steamed. You gather, you can smell it in the air, the faint scent of tea kind of rising up from the now long cold pot. You gather that she must have come here in the night to try and make sure that you were okay, but seeing Gormrog, she decided to wait outside, and eventually exhaustion took her as well.
I will step out into the hallway and slowly and quietly close the door. I will kneel down to her level and just gently shake her awake.
Oh, did I fall asleep? You could see just from the ash and mud just streaks, which you gather were tears, kind of crossing across her face that have now long dried, and you can see her eyes are swollen a bit and bloodshot.
Mom, why don't you get yourself cleaned up?
Oh, what time is it? I just came to bring you some tea, and I think I fell asleep.
Yeah, it's early morning.
Yeah, it probably should. And she starts to rise, and you hear the armor of her leg greaves kind of clanking as she rises. Almost analogous to the way her joints must feel in this moment.
Yeah, I'll help her up.
Just, as you help raise her up, for the first time in your entire life, you see a woman. Not the cold, distant rage that your mother once was, but you see a mother who is growing older and trying to reach out to a child she now doesn't recognize. You can feel that guilt almost coming off her body.
Mom, why don't you go get yourself cleaned up and then we can talk?
Okay, I'll have them start making tea. I'm just gonna go wash up, I think.
I just sort of put a hand on her shoulder. It's okay.
See her look towards you for a moment, and you see words begin to catch in her throat. There's something she is trying to say, but stops herself in the moment when she turns and begins to walk down the hall.
I'll pick up the pot that's on the floor and bring that down to the kitchen.
Okay. So you make your way downstairs. The day has already begun, and there is still plenty of injured being treated in this lower level of the keep. But there are servants already getting the day started. They are doing their best to organize a keep that is now refuge to more people than it's used to. But besides the few extra bodies, it's very similar to how you remember as a child. Same people, though older now, moving in the same ways, gathering up the same supplies, and you are transported back to a much younger you in this moment. As those familiar smells waft through your brain, bringing back memories, both bad and worse. But there were a few good ones too. And in this timeline, this new reality, while things went similarly for a lot of you in your new reality's life, the edge is a little more dulled. The words were a little less sharp. And there was possibly love amongst this family that you are now a part of. And that's where we're going to call our break. We'll be back in a couple minutes, everyone. There's an ad popping in 30 seconds, so I figured this is a good place of any. Go ahead and jump off to a break. We'll be back. Love you, geeks. Welcome back, geeks. Thank you so much for the raid. Roll D5. What up, Justin? How you doing? You beautiful bastard. God, I love Justin. Let's see. All right. Sorry you guys are joining us in on a very emotionally heavy episode as we are picking up our adventure, having a party member abducted and taken away. We must now see the next step of our adventurer's journey. So, fists, as we kind of pick up where we last left off, I will say whoever would like to wake next, whether it be Gormrog or Zarel.
I'll get up.
Okay.
I always get up early.
You awaken, and you're kind of alone in the room from this moment. And you can hear the already hustle of downstairs. The door is slightly ajar. No, it's not, because Finnick closed it. I apologize. But eventually, you make your way over towards the door, gathering yourself. There is a freshly laundered set of clothing there for you.
Yeah, I'll put it on.
But yeah, you make your way out, and you can see the castle's already kind of got this buzz, or rather the keep has this buzz of energy to it. And you,
As a servant of some kind rushes past doing whatever it is they're doing, I'm going to be like, excuse me. Sorry to bother you in the middle of what you're doing. Finnick, where?
the lady has made her way downstairs already, sir.
Thank you. I'll go downstairs and try and find her.
Okay. Finnick, where are you in this moment?
I think I'm in the kitchen, brewing up a fresh pot of tea.
Okay. I'll say, Gormrog, as you enter down, you see there's Finnick there by the small fire, kind of warming up a kettle once again. And you see several different herbs kind of hanging, drying in front of the fireplace. And I'll say you see Finnick in this moment, her eyes kind of angled up, staring at this small bushel of rosemary that's just hanging there.
I again still don't have the words, but I'm gonna slide my way in next to Finnick and just interlace my hand with hers and just morning.
Morning.
I know it's not a good one, but morning.
Just sort of lean my head on your shoulder. I'm making some tea if you want some.
Oh gosh, yes. Please. That'll help. Thank you. Do you want something to eat? I can go make us something.
Yeah, I could eat.
Has Zero come down yet?
No, not yet.
Speaking of Zarel, you find yourself alone in your room, the way you entered it, and you're suddenly woken by the heavy tapping of metal against wood as someone doom, 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 knocks heavily on your door with some sort of metal rod or the like.
Zero has woken up, but has been like forcing himself back to sleep, and like waking up and then just like turning over, and like, you know, that. And goes, who is it? In a different voice.
It's Arya, so you're awake?
Arya's who?
Did you want me to bring you something in bed, or are you planning on joining the rest of us?
I'm sorry. As Zero is not available right now, please leave a message after the gong. Gong.
With that, the door opens, and he just kind of leans against the frame, as crosses his arms. You see his sword kind of hanging loose to the side. Those bright blue eyes just kind of staring at you, visible even though he's a little silhouetted from the light behind him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've earned sleeping in this late yet.
I'm gonna turn around and go, you see this right here? All of this? This is called maintenance. It's called sleep maintenance. And I'm gonna flip back over. I'm like, what do you want?
The food's ready. Thought you'd have breakfast with me.
I don't really have an appetite anymore.
The coffee's ready too.
I'm gonna look back over and go, all right, give me 10 minutes.
I'll meet you downstairs.
Close the door behind you, please.
The door clicks closed behind him.
Zero's gonna take a deep breath. An exhale. And say to himself, opposable thumb duties, opposable thumb duties. And go, you are the opposable thumb. And without the opposable thumb, we won't be able to pick up anything. And then I'm gonna give myself a little jolt of bardic inspiration to myself.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna get up out of bed, and I'm gonna do a little morning turn, get some air going, and I'm gonna Disney princess it up.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's about to go down. And after my little 10 minutes, I'm going to come down the stairs. And I'm not going to be. Usually, I have like my hair's a different color and everything is kind of disguised. But I choosing this morning to come down in my full, ASMR form because why not?
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit the door, and it's gonna be bright, and I'm gonna say, "Good morning, Keep." I'm going to walk over to an empty chair. I'm going to step on it, and then step on the empty part of the table, and I'm gonna say, "You guys are probably wondering why I have appeared to you like this, but as the emissary of Palor, I cannot let the sun set on this beautiful keep. And being the opposable thumb of the group, it's my job to help us pick stuff up. So, as I'm looking at everybody, looking at me, thinking I'm crazy.
Arius just kind of walks up to you, just turns a cup of like this mug so the handle faces towards you. Why don't we just start with coffee?
I said, good idea, and I'm gonna take the coffee and I'm gonna go I'm gonna make a little toast. I'm gonna lift your tea and mugs and things.
Roll
I'm gonna look at
roll me
Gormrod.
a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Gormark's in the
Okay.
kitchen preparing food.
What is this advantage again?
Roll twice, take the
You
lowest.
roll.
Okay. Okay, because I'll take the first one is 9 because the next one was 17.
Okay.
9, and you said persuasion?
Yeah.
Don't you have like a plus 13 to that?
I do have a plus 13 to that.
Rolled a 9. It's still a 22.
So, like I said, get y'all asses up.
As you start talking, everyone's just like, you see like 20 grown men and women just look towards you and be like, but as you finish this, they're like, ugh, fuck
yeah.
it. Braylor.
This is to our friends that we've lost, the friends that we'll gain, and all the fingers of the fists of fate that we've had and have yet to grow.
There's a little confusion across everyone's face. There's a moment of silence before they all go, yeah, fingers, fate.
Is there a what's it called? A window close to me anywhere?
Not in this room. This is a little bit more interior, so it's just lanterns, chandeliers that have magically infused light that kind of cascade over the walls and down below.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna cast light as my cantrip.
Okay.
And I'm gonna light up just like my cup is gonna light up. And I'm gonna pour a little bit in everybody's cup, even though that I have coffee and people have tea and people have water and I'm gonna let the light of the coffee get into everybody's cup.
Okay.
I'm gonna go, huzzah! Now everybody drink up.
The one guy that had water is just like, oh.
I'm gonna chug it, and I'm gonna go chug.
Oh my god.
It's hot.
Chug it.
I'm sorry.
While Zeryl's doing all this, and Phoenix making tea, and Gormug's making food, Gormug's gonna bring out just a plate and just get your shoes off my table.
Starts to hover instead of get off the table.
I'm just gonna grab his leg, pull him aside, leave him in the air, just pull him
away from the table,
over the floor instead of the table, and then I'm gonna put a plate of grits, chicken, and waffles on the table for everybody. Right? This is like serve yourself like buffet style grits, chicken, and waffles, with a spice like assortment on the side, butters and what have you. Just fix it yourself.
Perfect.
Syrup on the side, whatever you want. Hot sauce if you want it. Eggs are coming out next.
Cheese? Is there cheese?
I'll get some.
Okay.
In short order, the food Gourmand's cooked, as well as several other breakfast dishes, are brought out by the servants of the keep, and you see Jether being the first of the lord and lady of the keep, make their way in, wearing just a simple white blouse and black pants. His boots clicking against the floor, and you could see there's a bit of a stubble growing across his face as he, even though he's dressed nicely, considering you can see the exhaustion still on his own face from the yesterday.
Yeah.
As he enters in, he makes his way over towards you, Finnick. Are you in the? I'm sorry, are you in the main hall yet or no?
No, I'm still working on the tea.
Okay.
Making like a honey and peach tea.
Love it.
Ooh.
Gotta make it fancy.
I'll say Gormrog then, and Zara, you see Jether enter in, take a moment to look around before grabbing a cup and pouring himself a drink from one of the many pitchers across the table and taking his seat.
I'm gonna, of course, make a big thing about it. I'm gonna go, huzzah, the Lord and the Lady of the House. Wonderful, strong, brave, and beautiful. And I'm gonna light their cups up too.
Ekra entering in a little bit after Jether, just as you light her drink up as she's walking past you, she's like, why is this necessary?
It is necessary because opposable thumbs, right? And I'm gonna look at everybody, right?
I think what Zeril is trying to say is that even though we've suffered heavy losses and we've not exactly done what we set out to do, most of us are still here, we're still alive, and that counts for something, and it's worth celebrating. And having some light in your cup is a metaphor for hope. And you need to have hope to keep going. So yeah, it's necessary.
You see Ekra kind of make her way over towards you, Gormrog. Puts a hand just up on your shoulder. Very well. And just takes her seat and sips from her tea.
I'm gonna look at Zeril and whisper, "Don't say I never did anything for you."
I'm gonna go, I'm gonna flutter my eyelashes and go, a man after my own heart. See, you've always understood me, Gormy.
Oh, fuck.
So, in short order, Finnick, you join the rest of the group, bringing in tea. Food is doled out and enjoyed. Thanks to Zaril's enthusiasm, we'll say, a bit of levity begins to spread across the hall as what was originally just a quiet indulgence of sustenance is now, once again, at least for a little bit, returned to breakfast. As the chatter begins to rise up around you all, and voices begin to relax.
Finnick, do you want to requisition the boat, or should I?
Oh, mother.
Mother.
Oh, mommy dearest.
Mumsy, Daddykins.
Can I borrow the boat for an adventure?
Oh my god.
Just a weekend trip to the Teeth.
I mean, if you want, I can do it.
It's fine. I can.
I'm gonna look at Finnick and go.
I can.
You want...
I think I can handle it.
I don't think I want you talking to her father right now. You're in a weird state of mind, and he's vulnerable.
Very, very.
So assuming that we're all sitting close together at the table, um, God damn it, I can't. Mommy dearest,
Mumsy.
Mom, Mom, Dad, I have a request of you. If it's possible, can we use the ship to continue our mission against Sammy and Raynor? It seems like they've gone down to the Shattered Teeth, and this is the only real mode of transport we have to get down there.
Zeryl's gonna pop up and stand up and go, it's of the utmost importance, and we will not give up until we've taken them and saved the day. And I was gonna just start talking and talking and talking and lighting up more items.
Zeryl.
As Sarah's
And
banging on the table, I'm just gonna
banging
lift
on-
my teacup up and keep it from spilling.
You know, I'm
Zeryl,
pulling all of the things.
it's really important that we continue our mission and get our friend back. As I sort of like lean and position myself in between my parents and Zeryl. Just...
You see your dad trying to find the words for this, having just seen you all almost die fighting them.
And it would be best to fight them before they got any stronger.
I understand the need and the urgency of what you think your mission is, Finnick, but you know we're worried. We only just got you back after you've been gone for so long. I don't want to see you run off and dive headfirst into danger.
Right.
You got a lot to learn about your daughter. Golly.
I'm gonna say, well, that's what you get for raising a hero.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. I understand that, I do. And if you guys have taught me anything, it's that you don't stop until your mission is complete. I took an oath against them, and they took one of the people that I love and I care for. And with this rage I have building up against them, I need to do something about it. I cannot just stand aside and wait for them to come back.
Just promise us you'll come home in one piece.
I can't make any promises, but I will try my best.
As you said,
I was gonna say, if she dies, don't worry, I'll bring her back to life.
Zeryl.
And I'm gonna do finger guns.
Again, I'm
light
trying
up
to position
people.
myself in between Zeryl and my parents for this conversation. As I just like shove an elbow backwards towards Zeryl.
I mean, you know that we were going to give you the Red Dawn once the time came anyways, so I guess this is as good a time as any. I'm sending Thorn and Arius with you, though. At least
That's
help
fine.
along the trip. It's a long journey to the teeth. I'm talking almost 7 weeks. Make sure I'm going to supply you with as much food and water as we can.
Thank you.
Mhm. I'm also able to purify any water we need and food if it comes to that, so
The open seas can be dangerous. Plenty of monsters out there. And you're sailing
there's
along no known pathways to the teeth. There's no shipping
plenty of
lanes
monsters
between.
on land.
That's fair. But there's no safe lanes between here and the teeth. So you'll be in uncharted open water.
Understood.
You feel fingers snake through your own. You look and you see your mother there, her eyes bloodshot again. I'm so sorry, Finnick.
For what?
Just everything. You could have... I thought I was pushing you to be better. Your friend was right. You are perfect the way you are. I'm sorry if what I was saying or doing or not doing ever made you feel that I don't love you. I was wrong. You are a hero, like your friend said.
Thank you for your apology. I hope you understand that it will take time to rebuild our relationship.
I know, Finnick. Just come back so we can have that time, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, wait. Are we still in the
On the keep.
in the keep?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I would like to go say my last kind of words to my father, if possible.
Sure.
Papa.
Daddy.
Aw,
Oh, Daddy.
father. I'm gonna say to Finnick and Gormrog, I'm gonna go say goodbye to my dad, I guess. I just feel
All
like
right.
it. I don't know. It must be kind of hard, and know he's going through stuff too. So,
Hey, what's up, Misfits? Welcome in. Thank you for the raid.
hey,
Emotional D&D going on over here.
emotional,
You-
heart wrenching.
Cyril, do you want company or did you want to go by yourself?
No. I can go by my absolutely.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
I mean, what is a hand with just a thumb on it?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
All right, let's go. Can we time jump the walking?
Yeah.
Okay.
In short order, you find yourselves at the temple for Palor. You enter in, and that familiar bright light kind of shining down upon you both. And you see, dressed in very simple robes, a now familiar man of your father, just gently cleaning the surfaces around, doing his daily menial tasks to show penance. And Zarl, you're familiar with this sort of behavior. It's not unusual for some of the higher echelon of Palor worshippers. Though your grandfather would never be caught dead doing such.
Yeah, true.
When you enter in, footsteps echo throughout the hall. He kind of turns his attention towards you both. As he sees you, Zarl, you see a small smile kind of creep across his face as he pulls the rag that he's using to clean and just starts folding it before tucking it down into his belt. Zarl?
Father?
He smiles as you say it, as you say father.
I'm gonna look back to Gormrog and Finnick like why did I freaking come here?
You feel a hand kind of press up against your shoulder. He is a little bit shorter than you. He kind of looks up towards you.
We're leaving, sir. We're going to be gone for a while. Several months at least.
We are going to the teeth. Before I say anything else, I'm sorry. I kind of screwed up your life a little bit.
Not at all. This has been the best thing that's ever happened to me.
I also feel like I should tell you that I know that grandfather really is a pinky toe, but
references
please.
to appendages here.
Yeah.
You get used to it. Just roll with it.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
sort of my thing.
All right.
But please forgive him. I know he probably did a lot of things to deserve it, but still, I'm gonna say sarcastically, Palor shines his light on everybody. So, if you could find it in your heart to forgive the man, then that would be great.
I don't know if I can ever truly forgive him for hiding you from me for all these years. But if having him in your life is important to you, then I will make sure that I don't stand in the way of that.
Yeah, I mean, technically you can stand if you have no pinky toes, but, being an emissary of Palor, you gotta give every appendage a chance.
Zarl.
I don't think these are sayings.
I'm the emissary of Palor here.
I'm sorry. He chuckles a bit.
Also, going to go see Mom. So if you have anything you want to say to her, I can pass that along. I don't know if you.
Tell her
you know-
we've made a son that I am, even in this short time, so proud of. And if she ever wishes to speak to me again, I am more than happy to see her again.
Gotcha. So hot date it is. I'm gonna eject my wings out, and I'm gonna pluck a feather, and I'm gonna give it to him.
Third rate of the night. What's up, disorderly decisions?
Jeez,
Jeez.
this is right.
Really
Right.
emotional episode you guys are coming into. So
Yeah,
sorry
yikes.
if it's down, but welcome in.
I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, something to remember me by. Also, question. You wouldn't happen to have any like extensive books or knowledge about Paylor and things?
I can
I,
certainly get you a book, of course.
I'm gonna be on this trip for a long time, maybe
Sure.
like 7 weeks, and I'm trying to. Me and Paylor kind of had a conversation of
Okay.
sorts.
That's a lot to take in just
Yeah.
a passing conversation. Okay.
It's okay. You'll
The
have 6 or
Book of
7 weeks
Paylor.
to digest all of it. But he actually kind of did accept me as his emissary, and I'm trying to find out how to deepen that relationship. Also, we're basically saving the world, and anything you have on like Six Blades and like Primordials and like old archaic history about the foundation of our universe, that would help too. Just
I'll put together a little. I'll get a couple books. I'll draw some from the library. I'll see what we've got. I can't promise anything, but
yeah. Anything
just get
you
a
might
smattering.
want me to know, like maybe a diary or something, or I don't know, something to
Okay.
help me get to
I'll
know you better.
I'll see what I have. Zaro.
I appreciate it.
Where are you leaving from?
Where are we leaving from?
Yeah.
South
Oh,
of the
the port.
city.
Southport.
The Southport. I think I can have somebody. Can you have somebody drop it off or bring it? We're leaving post haste in the morning, or
Shortcombe is the name of the town that you poured into.
Oh, okay. Are we leaving tonight? Or are we leaving in the morning? Because it's still pretty early, but
I was gonna say we could leave tonight. If we have everything together by then, yeah.
yeah. Could you put something together?
Of course. I'll have it brought down. Do you have a ship name or anything?
The Red Dawn.
Okay.
The Red Dawn. Yeah.
I'm familiar with it. I'll bring it down.
Tell them it's when you get down there, whoever brings it, tell them that this is a very, very important package for the emissary of Paylor, and make it sound real good, real special.
Of course.
Expedite, because
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah. I know I don't know you very well, but I love you, Dad.
As you say that, he kind of smiles, reaches up and puts a hand around the back of your head, just brings his face up and kisses each of your cheeks. I love you, son, and I'm proud of the man that you've become even without me.
Yeah, I'm gonna hug him, wings and all. And I'm gonna say, when your heart is overwhelmed, let the light of Palor bring you to the rock that's higher than yourself. And then I'm going to let him go and
Be safe, Cyril.
then leave. Yeah.
Outside, as soon as the door closes behind us. Oh my god, Zeril.
What?
I'm gonna hug him.
What? Kumrog, why are you doing this? This is not like you. Finnick, get him. What's going on?
I join
I'm
in on the hug.
What is going on? Wait, hold on. This is too much. Was it all the
I'm
light that I put in
so
the cup?
proud of you.
For what?
That right there, what you just did, building bridges, mending old wounds, that's incredible.
Yeah, I guess.
The forgiveness for your grandfather thing,
That's huge.
massive.
Well, I mean, that's like an emissary of Palor thing, you know, a
Shut
zero
up.
thing we're still working.
I'm proud of you.
Kumrog.
You did the right thing, and you did it well. Deserves to be recognized.
I appreciate that. I mean, I am friends with a superhero and ethereal blade compass, so you know I gotta step my game up.
You are incredible all on your own. You were before, you are now, and you will be in the future. But I'm glad that you're here with us.
Kumrog, stop! You're gonna make me blush.
Do you mind if we stop in at the Temple of Iyun before we go?
I mean,
That's fine.
while we're stopping, might as well.
Is the DM okay with it?
Is it right? We're like,
Sorry, I didn't mean to catch you off guard there. The thought just came to me.
How you spell Iyun again?
I-O-U-N-N-E?
I-O-U.
One N or two, I don't remember.
Okay. All right.
I know the leader of the Temple of Iyun can get in contact with Cressida Holt, who is Zeril doesn't know, the leader of the Cobalt Soul, which is an organization that I'm a part of. I'm an expositor for them.
Yeah.
I wear many hats. I used to be a chef. I used to be a nomad of barbarians. I used to be an expositor for the Cobalt Soul. I am a
Still
member of the
are?
Fist of Faith. Yeah, I guess technically. I don't know in this timeline. But if she can get in contact with Cressida Holt, she can give her the reports that I've been writing and not sending.
There's
And I can let her know that we're on our way to the Shattered Teeth. And then she can pass that along to Cressida Holt.
Okay. It's easy enough for you to find the Temple to Iyun here, though it is relatively small, all things considering.
Not one of the big three.
No, it is most certainly not. Her worship having declined significantly throughout the years. But as you enter in, you see a dragonborn. Her female presenting, her scales almost patinaed into this greenish hue.
Hmm.
The long, like, tendrils of hair, or what would at least be assumed to be, are kind of braided together into knots and wrapped in these like gold, blue and silver bands. A simple gray and blue robes, tight-fitting and practical more than ceremonial, adorning her body. You see her kind of turn towards you as you all enter, a pair of glasses bridged against the long snout of her face. Can I help you?
Good morning. I'm Gormrog. I'm an expositor of the Cobalt Soul.
Greetings, Expositor. I am Kolstek, the arbiter of this library.
Kolstek. It is my understanding, and forgive me if I'm wrong, that the person in charge here has contact with head expositor Cressida Holt in Westruun.
That is correct. I am in contact with the head expositor.
I am in the middle of a complicated mission, and it has me going to the Shattered Teeth next. May I leave and I'm going to pull out a case of notes. May I leave this with you and trust you to get it to the head expositor for me?
Of course, I am capable of doing that for an expositor as yourself.
Thank you. Do you need coin to facilitate the...
Not worry
anything?
about it, my friend.
Thank you. The knowing mistress already knows, but we've been through a lot,
I am
and
aware.
I need to report in, so please. Thank you.
Cressida will be happy to hear from you, Gormrog.
I hope so. Only want to make them proud.
Be careful down in the teeth.
Yeah,
That is
do our best.
We have no presence there as of current. We will be alone.
I'm aware. Well, we've made it this far.
No. May
Into the
I know
teeth.
your path.
And may she guide me through it. Let's go, guys.
Okay. Well, with that, unless there's anything anyone else would like to do, we're going to move forward in time a little bit. Having made your way down to the city, or town, rather, of Shorecombe, the dock port city in which you knew Sammy was coming in through. The dock, which, while you've never been yourselves, having arrived in Vasselheim via airship every time, you are aware that this is the closest dock port city. And you find yourselves at the port. A port for you, Finnick, that is familiar, having been here many, many times as a much younger woman. And as you guide them to the familiar streets, Finnick, eventually making your way to the port, you see the bright red ship docked. Red oak lining the hull. a bright white and golden sail hanging from a massive ship. Its long body angled for speed, though large enough to carry a sizable force across the ocean. You see several cannon ports across the hull, though currently hatched and closed. And you see a man wearing simple robes standing at the end of the dock. A large burlap sack in front of him as he's seated on some small wooden crate. You see James. They're waiting for his son.
Zarl.
Yes.
Your dad's here.
I'm sorry, what?
Your dad. He's right there.
I'm gonna... Cape of Billowing is on, by the way. I'm gonna turn around and cape billow a little bit. Father!
You look great. Just slaying the
Uh,
look. Oh, Daddy.
Aw.
I'm gonna walk down and go, I thought you were sending a messenger or something.
Well, if I'm not strong enough or prideful enough to not see my son off, not much of a father, am I? Got a lot of time to make up for.
Oh man, I see why my mom married you. Or at least tried.
Yeah. Well, I brought some books, like you asked, and I put a few letters in there that I wrote for your mother.
Okay.
I never knew where to send them throughout the years, so I just kind of wrote them and hoped one day I'd be able to send her a few. So,
Yeah. Just to let you know, she always had a special place in her heart for you. She would tell me about you and tell stories about how you guys used to get into trouble. And then she would say, "Wow, you're just like your dad." And I would be like, "Yeah, I don't know him." So she would say one day I would meet him. And I'm glad I did.
me too.
But I'll be back. And we'll have more time together.
Look forward to it, Zero.
Yeah. And oh wait. You can't really do that, can you? Never mind.
Do what? What can I do?
No. It's not important. Not important. A little bit too rambunctious for your station. But yeah. Fun stuff, cool stuff. It'll be okay. I got some things and some stories to tell you. And have you ever been to the Feywild?
I can't say I have.
Oh, you don't want to go. It's not a...
Okay. I didn't
Not
have
some
plans, but I mean,
Yeah, no, you don't. Yeah. Yeah. Too many hags.
that's what I've
Way
heard.
Too many hags. Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
Terrible time. Yeah, I love you.
I love you too, son.
That sounds so weird to say.
He just goes and gives you this big hug once more.
I'm like, oh, okay, you're embarrassing me.
I'm glad I get to do it at least once.
Okay, I gotta go now. But inside, Zerl is like supremely happy. Like, everything that he didn't get in the last timeline is just kind of really, really filling his cup. So although things are not perfect and didn't necessarily play out the way that him or the Fist thought or wanted to, these are kind of the moments that kind of keep him going. This is the light in his cup, you know.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
he tries not to shed the tear and kind of goes and turns around with the cape of billowing.
That cape is fantastic. It just seems
I
to
know.
catch the wind.
And he continues to walk, and then he runs back and gives him like a big hug, and takes off his cape of billowing and puts it on his father. Keep it safe for me, and I'll come back and get it.
I look forward to it.
And then he goes back and walks in the ship.
Okay. Finnick, as you make your way up to the deck of the ship, passing by James, who's just watching his son leave. You see your father and mother up on the deck already. You see your father, this small bundle in his hands, kind of held down at his side. And you see your mother, noticing you, approach. I don't want to see you go. You've only just gotten here, but I understand. Thorn and Arius know to watch you, to make sure that you're safe. The whole crew knows to keep you safe. But me and your father agreed that we want to give you something extra. She kind of turns towards your dad, and he holds out the bundle to her, which she takes and brings over to you. And she holds it out. You see a great sword, first and foremost, wrapped in this silvery fabric. She begins to unwrap it, and you see your father's greatsword there. And you see, as the silvery cloth falls away, your mother's wand. And as the fabric falls away, you see it is the undercloth to your mother's armor. We thought we'd at least give you parts of us to protect you when we wouldn't be there. Just finish up whatever it is you have to do and come home, okay?
I will. I greatly appreciate this. Thank you.
I love you, Finnick. I'm sorry, but I want to make sure I say it now as much as I can, so you know it's true.
Thank you. And I will give them both a big hug.
They both hug you, say their goodbyes, and make their way down the platform of the ship towards the docks and towards James. I'm sorry, Gormog. I have nothing for you in this moment. No
you're
emotional
fine.
goodbye.
Jether, can you do me a favor on your way back?
What do you need?
There's and I hand him a pouch of coin. It's not going to be enough, but can you give this to Captain Alara of the Skyward Seraph to facilitate some of the repairs?
I don't need your coin, Gormrook. I appreciate it, but we'll take care of it for you, okay?
Thank you.
You
She
feel
deserves it.
as he goes and shakes your hand. You feel him slip something into your palm. When that time comes, you make sure you protect her too, okay?
I already do.
I know. I think you're a good man, Gormrug.
Thank you.
Let's go your hand.
Mhm.
And steps away. You see in your palm a very intricately designed ring with very large diamonds on it.
My word.
And he steps away and gives you a small nod. Makes his way off the ship. As Jether and Ekru be the first to step, the last to depart the ship. The ramp is pulled up. Deck hands begin to traipse about the deck of the ship. Sails begin to drop and are furled out as the wind catches hold. And Finnick, for the first time in many years, you are once again on the rising dawn. Though this time, it's a mission you have determined with a crew that will follow your command. Is there anything else anyone would like to do in this last moment?
Can I, where am I? Is Finnick next to me, or?
Sure.
I'm gonna turn to Finnick, and I'm gonna go. You know what this means, right? I'm going to then, in the fashion of, because I don't do nothing small. I'm going to walk to the. I don't know what part of the boat this is. The part where
Just the deck.
Part where everybody can see me, and I'm going to make a big announcement and say,
I'm going to be real clear before you say the next part. I did not show anybody anything.
No, I know.
That got pocketed real quick.
I know. I'm gonna say, oh crap, I just had it. Basically along the lines of, so where to Captain Finnick? I'm here as your, I don't know, crew member on your ship, the Red Dawn. And we're all here to help you finish your mission, basically.
Gonna whisper in Finnick's ear, does that make me the first mate?
I think it does.
I would say, here, Captain Finnick.
Yeah.
All right, boys. To the shattered teeth.
To the shattered teeth.
You hear the whole crew kind of give this hoot and hollers. Most of them are boatsmen and sailors, and didn't participate in any of the recent battles and are very excited to get out of port. So
yeah,
the entire of the ship gives a holler as the ship lurches off from the port and begins
The
to
sharp is a lich.
begins to sail southward into the open sea. And that is where we're going to call it for tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good episode, guys.
Yeah.
Good job.
We did it.
Tomorrow, you can catch me and Killian and Yuri and the Beast and Tech Frost as we dive into part 1 of our 2-part cyberpunk mini series. And then Thursday, I'm interviewing Mark on Investigation Check. Friday is Cece's thing.
Yes. Friday over on the Wanderers Haven Twitch channel, doing a Tales of the Valiant one-shot, raising money for Mental Health Awareness Month.
Okay. And Daytay.
Yes. Yes. As what is it? I keep saying as
After
we
we howl?
After we howl.
When and where?
Yes. After we howl. On Another World tabletop. At 5 PST. That's Pacific Standard Time. On Thursday. Is the World of Darkness. We're doing werewolves, pack stuff, howling.
Nice.
Please join, please support. It's a great short series, and we're having a lot of fun over there. So,
All right. That all being said, we'll be back next week with maybe surprises in store for
Ooh.
this adventure. Stick around for the raid. We're going to jump over to TTRPG Academy because they got one person in their chat, and we're going to go raid them because they're telling fun stories. It is session 2, The Devil's Type, part 1, The Crossroads of Grimoires of the Unseen. So that's where we're going to be. Remember, we love you, geeks. Good night.